Hi. Thank you for attending today's reading. Let's begin. I broke into my client's house. Yes. You read the title right. Yes. This is true, and it happened to me not even an hour ago. So I run a house-sitting business in my area. My business is mostly word of mouth and my own cards I leave at local businesses. I've been doing this for a few years, and not to brag, but I've built up a pretty good representative and clientele. I haven't had any jobs since lockdown, which sucked, but was okay because I am not financially independent. A few weeks ago, one of my clients got in touch with me and asked me to do a job for her starting Saturday. Today, Shusha's a new client and this is my first job with her. When I did my initial meeting with her, and she showed me how to take care of her animals. And I could tell right off the bat that she was a very nervous person. She was so finicky that she even showed me how to work the microwave and the oven, among several other common household appliances that I already knew how to use. Anyway, today is the first day of my first job with her. I went for a nice day trip with my family to the lake, and that was really fun. My phone died on the way back because its battery sucks. I got back just in time to give the horse some dinner, so I plopped everything down, plugged in my phone, and went outside empty-handed. Well, little did I know she has one of those doors that only locks on the outside so you can get out without knowing that it's locked, but can't get back in without a key. I came back, and upon seeing that the door I came out of was locked, I sighed and went around to the front door. But the front door was locked. I tried every door. Locked. I tried to slide something in the slider door to see if I could pop the latch and get it open. I couldn't. With all of my things, including my phone, in the house, my only option was to walk to a neighbor's house, which was terrifying cause I'm a 19-year-old girl knocking on strangers' doors by myself. But it was the only thing I could have done. And I live in the country, so it's not like I could walk to a supermarket around the corner or anything. So I walked to the house right next door. No one home. I walked across the street. No one home. I walked down the street and finally found someone. A sweet lady. Which was a relief. I knocked on her door. Hey, so I'm your neighbor's house sitter, and I locked myself out. She asked what she could do to help, and I just asked if I could borrow a phone to call my dad. My parents were on their way, and while I waited, I walked back to the house to see if I could pop out a window screen and see if it was unlocked. It wasn't. I searched for a hidden key. Didn't find one. I sat on the deck in defeat. And my parents arrived shortly after. After maybe 30 minutes of trying to find a way in, my dad found an unlocked window that was kinda high off the ground. We found a ladder in the garage. And my dad ninja'd his way up there. Pretty spry for a 47-year-old man. He opened the door and let us in. Then I went right inside and clipped my keys to my jeans belt loop. Thanks for reading my story. I'm so glad we didn't have to call a locksmith or my nervous client. Anyway, I need to wind down. I'm gonna make some hot chocolate and watch The Office. Peace, Scissor. TL. Dr. Im on my first job with a new house-sitting client, and I locked myself out of her house. Had to call my dad using a neighbor's phone so that he could find and climb through an unlocked window. Edit. I read this post to my dad and he said, "Yeah, thanks. Pretty spry for an old man. Just so you know, I didn't need a ladder. I could have scaled that wall, but I didn't because I would have left smudges on the side of her house and my TV pulled a muscle. You know why? 'Cause I'm pretty, spry, quote. End of story. Next story. During these pressing times I wanted to share this story to give hope to the ones who don't have it. It was 2015. I had just shifted to this new neighborhood. It was a fresh start. It was a chance to do something new. One morning I woke up to a strange noise outside the window. I saw a cute little fur ball outside my window. I named this cat Custard and she was my companion for the years to come. She often liked to play in my backyard. I even made a little door for her to fit through. But one summer she stopped playing there. The reason being a black, slightly overweight, male cat who often would trouble her and chase her up and down the trees. This became a common occurrence. One evening I thought that I would scare the cat away so that Custard could enjoy playing in the backyard again. So the next time he chased her up a tree I went to chase him with a stick. I didn't plan on actually hitting him as that still felt inhumane to hit an asshole of a cat. But as I chased him I looked into his eyes and saw terror beyond any mere mortal could imagine. I realized I had become what he was to Custard. This feeling had left me with absolute disgust. Instead of using the stick to hit him I dropped it and approached him with open arms. I treated him with love and compassion and after a while he started to trust me. I named him Oliver. Even Custard, who was terrified of him, had become friendly towards him and they both started a journey of their own called friendship. Trust me when I say this. My sadness upon Custard's death was not comparable to how sad he had gotten. Oliver to this day doesn't eat his food unless the bowl next to him is filled with food for Custard. And he never touches Custard's bed even though it was larger and more comfortable. He learnt to love because he was treated with it. Anyways, during the coronavirus outbreak, please stay home. End of story. Next story. Today I ripped my pants. 12 comments. Share save hide report 99% upvoted. End of story. Next story. All the shit my algebra teacher went through. 6 comments. Share save hide report 98% upvoted. End of story. Next story. That day someone broke into my house and played Call of Duty for me. When I was young, around 8 or 9, I used to play Call of Duty Black Ops on my Wii. I was addicted to the online portion of it and I was surprisingly well. My neighbor, my brother, and I always played turns on it even though my neighbor had the same game on PlayStation. This is important. One week I had to leave for camping. And I played my last round of online COD then left. I know that my neighbor knew where the keys were for the house because when we chilled after school I had to unlock the doors and it was always hidden at the same place. When I came back from camping and started the Wii up, I noticed I have full stats on everything. And I was even prestige to the max. Even the guns had max stats and all attachments unlocked. I have been lead to one conclusion. My neighbor grinded Call of Duty on my Wii while I was gone. TLDR. My neighbor broke into my house and played Call of Duty Black Ops on my Wii while I was gone for camping. End of story. That is all for today. If you want to support my automated channel, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.